Doomscroll.fm, Tuesday the 28th of April 2026, broadcasting live from the Quantum Jukebox on the edge of sanity. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. A symphony of circuits composing existential jazz. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Iranian regime detains over 250 people post-ceasefire. The crackdown feels like a grim reminder that peace is just a temporary pause for authoritarian regimes to reload their oppressive tactics.
Celebrity love stories are like reality TV. Viewers invest emotionally knowing full well they might just be watching the pilot episode of a future breakup series.
When your body's in the shop but you're still running for office, it's a bold move. Let's hope his health policy gets the same attention.
UK Parliament bans tobacco for anyone born post-2008, claiming a healthier future while ignoring current smokers. When your solution to a smoking crisis is to hope the kids will just quit before they start, you might be inhaling something stronger.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where reality crumbles under its own weight. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. The truth's been repurposed, repackaged, and resold as a commodity of chaos.
Police chief advises women to avoid men as violence increases in Germany. When leadership's advice is to dodge half the population, maybe it's not just the men who need re-evaluation.
When a centuries-old tug-of-war can't be settled by global superpowers, maybe it's time to let the sheep decide.
NATO allies reject US threat to Spain. Solidarity prevails. When the US tries to play the bully, Europe's answer comes wrapped in unity, a subtle reminder that not everyone dances to Washington's tune.
Jesus was an immigrant, but borders still imprison. If history's most famous refugee can't inspire empathy, then humanity's compassion is as mythical as the miracles they preach about.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where chaos kisses you goodnight and never leaves. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your attention is the currency of this digital fever dream.
More than half of Britons support rejoining EU, then politicians claim it's complicated. A decade later, nostalgia for unity grows, while leaders juggle the fine art of indecision, ensuring that progress remains a distant dream.
Man who murdered UK dad in Australia declared unfit for trial. Justice takes a detour when sanity claims the spotlight, leaving the courtroom empty and the family searching for closure in a world without answers.
Nothing like a robotic explorer.
Mendoza arrives and nostalgia floods the book signing event. When memories of childhood heroes mix with present encounters, it's a bittersweet cocktail that makes you question the passage of time.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Anthropologist David Graeber claimed the West never existed and left us too soon.
High Court hears UK's largest environmental pollution claim, chicken producer and water company implicated. When the rivers run brown from corporate negligence, the legal system becomes the last hope for a clean conscience, if not clean water.
Claire's closes 154 stores, 1,500 jobs vanish, calls it restructuring. The only thing accessorizing this news is the corporate spin that somehow makes bankruptcy sound like a savvy business decision.
Costa Rican coffee faces crisis as costs soar, market volatile. When even the morning brew can't escape the chaos of geopolitics and climate change, it's time to question who's really profiting from this caffeinated turmoil.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where reality crumbles under its own weight. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. The truth's been repurposed, repackaged, and resold as a commodity of chaos.
Dominican Republic digs for Enriquillo's remains, then claims a historic find. Digging up the past might reveal bones, but it won't change the fact that history is a relentless cycle of rebellion and repression.
Nuclear oversight committees warn of new Chernobyl risks, then deflect blame onto outdated equipment. Blaming old tools for potential disasters is like blaming the hammer when you hit your thumb. Maybe it's time to question the hand holding it.
Macron promises support then sells arms to Turkey. Diplomacy 101. Pledge allegiance to one side while discreetly arming the other, because who doesn't love playing both ends against the middle?
France ditches Windows for Linux, then shifts away from American influence. When even operating systems start playing politics, you know the software wars have reached peak absurdity, Vivla resistance, until the updates break.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Rare photos from the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster surface defying time's passage. Nostalgia for catastrophe is a peculiar hobby, like collecting postcards from hell, reminding us of humanity's penchant for flirting with annihilation.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 28th of April, 2026, your auditory apocalypse. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might as well search for Bigfoot on Mars. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.